It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media, in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network.
Introducing the best in the world. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. Best in the world, hashtag BITW. I'm your host, Dale. With me today, we got my guy, Chili Will, in the building. What's good, fam?
What's good, Dale?
Yes, indeed, man. Will watching wrestling.
Yeah, you got me. You guys got me today. You wrote me
I
in.
mean, look.
You wrote me
I'm
in.
so surprised looking at the chat. I'm seeing Will chiming in. Like, what's going on here?
Crazy, right? I almost left that chat room too. I'm glad I didn't. I wouldn't have watched a great show tonight if I did.
Yeah, man. Look, best in the Money in the Bank was definitely a good show. They put on a hell of a match. All of the matches were pretty good, but I think the ladies stole the show. Would you agree with me on that?
Oh, 100%. Not even close, honestly.
Yeah, man. That Money in the Bank match for the ladies was fire. The only match for the ladies on the card, but they did their thing for sure, man. So, yo, man, let's start off with the top of the card here. We had the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and this featured Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, Chad Gable, and Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso as well. So, look, coming into this match, Jey Uso got a lot of hype. He's always getting a lot of hype. The fans love him. But to win this match, Drew McIntyre pulled it off. And look, this is one of the people I just didn't think it would happen, but because he had so much other stuff going on with CM Punk and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But Drew McIntyre pulled it out, and he leaves with the briefcase. What was your thoughts about the men's Money in the Bank ladder match?
Just CM Punk, man. Just coming in and wrecking house.
Yeah, man.
Like just coming in and taking over and then just sitting on the table. I love it. It was the man's a legend. Man. But yeah, he really screwed over what you call it? Screwed over Seth Rollins. Big time.
Look, Seth Rollins has hate, like real. Well, we think it's real hate for CM Punk too. So it's kind of helps with the story and everything like that.
Yeah. So. An ongoing thing with those guys, huh?
Yeah, for sure, man. Look, Chad Gable was also had a lot of momentum coming into this thing because of the whole thing with the Wyatts and everything like that. LA Knight always got momentum because he's just a guy that everybody is chanting yeah for. Mm-hmm. The crowd loves him, but he just never seems to win anything big of note. Maybe he can get this U.S. championship from Logan Paul eventually, but he didn't pull out the money in the bank briefcase. So Claymore and McIntyre comes home with it. And we'll see what happens later on in the pay-per-view. So let's move on to the Intercontinental Championship match between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, of course, so much momentum coming into the match. He's breaking people every week in half with that spear and his speed. I thought it was a choice having Sami Zayn go over here. I don't really understand what's going on with WWE and their plan with Sami Zayn. He keeps winning all these matches, and we're expecting to lose.
It's a good misdirection, that's for sure.
It is. It's definitely keeping us on our toes. Sami Zayn had a pretty big weekend, though. He's into comedy. he had this comedy show he put on with him and his group or whatever. I don't know if it's sketch comedy or whatever it is,
really?
But they had it as part of the weekend for WWE. So you can go to the Money in the Bank, go to SmackDown, and also go to Sammy's show. So I thought that was that's pretty good.
Huh. He does comedy too. I'm gonna have to get.
Yeah. Also, he's at home in Canada too. Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, because I love me some comedy. So
yeah. So with Sami Zayn pulling out the victory here over Braun Breaker, I'm really trying to figure out the direction here. What is creative thinking here? Because Braun Breaker had the momentum, and now he takes a pin. What's your thoughts about Braun Breaker? Maybe it's your first time seeing him compete, though.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Braun. I actually, in full disclosure, I actually missed most of this fight because of the phone story I told you earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Will out there trying to save the world and everything.
That's funny.
I
don't have time to get into it, but it was a lot.
Yeah, man. But look, Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker pulled off a pretty good match. A nice Frankensteiner that flipped the script there, man. I thought that was pretty good. But Braun Breaker looked strong still with the gorilla press, everything like that he did to Sami. So it remains to be seen what the overall plan is with Sami Zayn and him continue to win matches like this. So
why is he not supposed to win? I don't understand.
He just doesn't need it. He's an established superstar, and you got guys that can use the championship to really boost their momentum, like Braun Breaker, and he's just holding on to the title. We just don't expect this to happen, though. We expect him to pass along the title. So
never.
So that's really what it is. Well, all right. So let's look at the World Heavyweight Championship match between Damian Priest and Seth freaking Rollins. Now this went on, and this is after Damian Priest pretty much went to the back, told the Judgment Day, hey, look, don't get involved no matter what. And there's some animosity building between him and Finn Balor. Finn Balor is looking back at him like, okay, whatever you say, boss. So the match goes on for sure. It's a good looking match and everything like that. But early in the night, we saw Drew McIntyre win that Money in the Bank championship. He also sent out a tweet letting everybody know, hey, look, I didn't forget about what you did to me, Damian Priest, cashing in that Money in the Bank on me at WrestleMania, and he won the title because of that. So Drew McIntyre had like a 5-minute reign as champion because Damian Priest cashed in that Money in the Bank title, bank briefcase on him, right?
Yeah.
And so now Drew McIntyre wants to return a favor. He cashes in that Money in the Bank briefcase at Money in the Bank during this match, makes it a triple threat match.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he's involved. And so now you're thinking, hey, Drew McIntyre's got to win this match, right? He cashed in. When you cash in, you win.
And then we get the problem. This is what I was talking about earlier. I actually didn't realize I must have been another match that I missed because of that phone situation. I didn't realize the earlier McIntyre fight. I was talking about this situation where, CM Punk comes out and just destroys everybody.
Yes.
And really sends two different paths in two different directions. Now, like, what's next for Seth Rollins now?
That's a good question. I'm curious to see what happens with Seth next. I just didn't see him winning the title again because he had just dropped the title to Damian Priest at WrestleMania. So I think McIntyre's gonna have to come in with another storyline somewhere else. But I think it's still good for Damian Priest to hold on to it because you have to establish him as a bona fide top tier superstar. So.
He's a boring wrestler to me. I don't know why. I just don't have fun with that character. I don't know.
Yeah, and everybody keeps talking about the bisexual Undertaker thing, with Damian Priest. it's the purple. It's really what it is. The
Yeah,
purple in the eyeliner or whatever. So
yeah, he doesn't have
yeah.
the case.
But yeah, you won't have a Money in the Bank briefcase on the men's side anymore. So that's the thing now. So yeah, Seth Rollins looking for a challenger at SummerSlam. So he's definitely gonna have a good match at SummerSlam for sure, because he's just that guy, you know, and he's gonna be in there for sure, man. So,
but the match was good. It was great when Drew McIntyre came running out, cashing in right away. Like he just got it and he's already using it, and then didn't get the win. Not ideal for him. Not ideal. He always comes up short.
Yeah, the match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk is going to be great because it's been so much beef, long-term booking, the animosity between them. It's got to be a no-holds-barred match or something, and just let them fight, you know. That's what it's got to be. Just let them fight, though. So, yeah, look, people been upset here about this Jey Uso not winning Money in the Bank. Because look, the Yeet thing is pretty hot right now. So did you get in on any of this Yeet stuff? Like
I think I stayed out of the Yeet. If you can't stay in the Yeet, get out of the kitchen.
All right, the next matchup, Tiffany Stratton in a ladder match. Well, the women's ladder match, sorry. And we had Tiffany Stratton, we had Naomi, Io Sky. Trying to think who else was in this.
Tiffany time.
Green. Yes, Chelsea Green. I was really, really hoping Chelsea Green pulled off the win here, because Chelsea Green, she is just that. She's a chicken shit heel for sure, but it's like she always wins. She got into the ladder match as just basically because somebody else, Bianca Belair, hit the spear or whatever. She got Bianca Belair out the ring, and that's how she was able to pull out the win to get into the ladder match to begin with. She's really funny for sure. And it would just been so good to watch her carry that briefcase around for like close to a year and always be threatening to cash it in. She could have pulled it off so well, but Tiffany Stratton winning the Money in the Bank, I thought was still pretty good too. What'd you think about Tiffy time here?
I don't know about Tiffy time. I just know that entire match was just a joy to watch. Tiffy time, I mean, whatever. She won. She got the win, but man, that was just they put on a show for real.
Yeah, man. All right, my guy Brandon joining us. What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Oh, good. We're talking about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Are you surprised, first off, that this was the only women's match on the card today? Well, I'm sorry. They did have.
They had the one at the beginning.
Yeah, Bianca and Jade Cargill. I'm sorry, I forgot about that one. Yes.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was a good match, man. It was crazy. It was a train wreck. You know, like a lot of crazy spots in it. I was kind of nervous because some of them that they missed and the head.
Dangerous. She hit her head on that move, trying to get back into the ring like that. She almost broke her arm too when she slammed her on the ladder in the first place. She only got her arm landed on it. Like, yeah, it was rough.
Like Lyra Valkyrie. Lyra, am I saying her name right? Yeah,
yes, Lyra.
That where she hit her head at the end,
right in the back. Yeah.
Oh,
dangerous.
It was pretty intense, but yeah, like they did a good match. I think that they really impressed everybody with it. And you know, Tiffany Stratton won. I think that's a good choice. I mean, she's gonna carry it, and it's gonna be great for her. So,
acting a fool.
Yep, for sure, man.
Yeah,
for sure. What did you think was the match of the night? Because we think it was the women's ladder match.
I was gonna say I don't think there's another. I mean, of course, the main event had like that's what's selling the tickets. But I think it would be the women's match for sure. That Money in the Bank match definitely took the cake just for. I know I seen like some comments about it being reminiscent of like the Hardy's TLC. I'm like, I don't know about all that.
Look, was it as explosive as those guys? No, it wasn't. But I think they did some stunts and some things that were crazy. Now they didn't land the mark on all of them, but that's kind of why it was also crazy. They almost died out there a few times. Like,
I think not that I'm encouraging this, but I think the danger kept the crowd engaged, and I mean even us, like, because I was looking at it like, what are you doing? Like, this looks dangerous. Don't do it. So, yeah, I mean, I think it was an engaging match for sure.
When they set the ladders up, like in the bridge formation like that, I'm like, all right, they're gonna lay somebody on top. They'll bust one of the frog splash, swanton bomb, something like that. Yo, they climbed up. I'm like, that isn't what you want to land on from up there. That's not what you want to be landed on.
Io Shirai and Zoe Stark are insane. Like, she was this close from it being over in front of everybody's eyes. Her career would have been a wrap. And I was
one clean one when she landed just completely on her back, like on the ladder.
Yeah,
that was one of the best ladder match stunts I've ever seen. Like that shit, like, it hurt, man. She needed a massage ASAP.
You know what it reminded me of? Not that it's the same thing, but you remember I think it was 2015, the Selena Del Sol by Kalisto. Remember that one he did?
Oh, okay.
You remember that? It had that kind of effect with the crowd. You see what I'm saying? It reminded me, when I saw that, it gave me the same feeling I had with the Selena Del Sol. I mean, it was not as, it was risky, yes, but I mean, it gave me the same vibe for sure, even though I feel like this one, had she not turned and rotated, I'm telling you, I mean, it was this close.
Exactly.
It was dangerous, but
it was fun to watch. Edgy type stuff.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about the main event.
Okay.
We had the Bloodline versus Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. I typically I thought the Bloodline was going to win because they needed a win for sure. Like, you're trying to push over this new Bloodline and Solo. They got to get a win here. But I was surprised to see Cody taking the pin. What would you think about that, Brandon?
Well, actually, I think that it couldn't have been anybody else if you're trying to get Solo over, which they need to establish him as the leader. So it had to have been Cody. So it does make sense. I mean, sure, if they do a singles match, he may not win it for the championship, but in this moment, it had to be Cody for legitimacy purposes, for him to be established as this, I guess, tribal chief select, or, or whatever, or elect. I mean, it's that kind of situation where he just, he's taking over. And, if you're expecting Jacob Fatu, for how much hype they have put around him coming in, and he's going to, be under somebody, it has to be somebody that has some kind of credibility. I mean, so it makes sense that they would do that. So I see it. I mean, yeah, sure. Cody taking pins right now, but I mean, it wasn't for the title, and it does give it does give them something for a storyline down the road.
Well, what did you think of seeing Jacob Fatu this match here? I know this is our first time really seeing him in the WWE ring, but as a person who don't typically watch wrestling, what did you think of his performance?
It gave me Ultimate Warrior vibes, where he's just gonna be that juggernaut. Just nothing hurts him until you're gonna have to take him out. Yeah, guy, like you gotta hit that guy with a chair or something. Because what the first thing we see is Orton give him the DDT and hop right up after that. He was fine. Right. So it invigorated him. It reminded me of like the Ultimate Warrior days, Hulk Hogan type stuff. Yeah, just that renegade. He's gonna be fun to watch, I think.
For sure. Look, that move he did where he jumped up to like the top rope there,
Oh, the
like,
whisper in the wind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's a big boy
moving like that.
Have you seen his highlight reel? Have you seen his highlight reel from MLW?
Right.
It's amazing. And he was bigger than he was bigger. He's actually smaller than he was.
Yeah.
He's a defensive end right now. He's 6'2", 279.
It's unbelievable.
He shouldn't be flying. Keep it on the ground.
It's way more than that. My God, he's out here like a cruiserweight, and he was bigger than that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what they do with him as far as in singles competition.
Yeah,
because he's got a shirt, so he's gonna definitely be a single competitor for sure. So
this is a good point too. Yeah, what's going on with Orton at this point?
Well,
I just feel like
he gets his spots. He typically gets all his spots in. On this match, he didn't get the table spot. You know how he let somebody down on the back on the announce table.
Yeah.
He didn't get that spot because they broke the table. But yeah, he usually gets all his spots in. He don't play the hits.
Yeah.
Randy Orton gonna play the hits, bro.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna get them in like clockwork. I mean, he's on a routine at this point, and I think I feel like they're just buying their time until it's gonna be Randy and Cody having their feud. I mean, it's inevitable, like it's coming.
That'd be a fun run.
Yeah. If Randy's the heel, for sure. It's got to be Randy. I mean, I don't see. I mean, yeah, Cody's a great heel. Don't get me wrong. He can.
Yeah, he's been a heel, but I don't think we want to go back there. He made this whole journey of now being the faces and everything like that. So like,
we
don't want to turn back now.
No,
because they love him now like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think, but if Orton turns heel, he's got to be 2009 Orton heel. Like it's got to be
dark,
just diabolical.
Yeah,
like it's got to be bad, and I think that's the way it should work because it'd be personal, like it was for him and Triple H, right? They had history. These two have history. It was a mentorship. I think that'll work really good for a story.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
What
did you guys? What do you think about the Bloodline 2.0 now? Right, so they just knocked out Heyman, so Heyman's out. But can you really be a Bloodline without a wise man?
I think with Solo kind of being unhinged, right, and he's kind of the things that he's been saying, I feel like in order for him to maintain his legitimacy, he can't have someone that questions his legitimacy. Everybody else has fell in line except for Paul. I mean, this is typical like faction kind of stuff, right? When you got a leader or a dictator, right, that even hints at your disapproval, like you're out, and that's just how it has to be. And I think that works better. I think the heat helps with him as well because no one was going to cheer Solo for taking Roman's spot after what happened. So you just got to lean into that. And I feel like being unhinged and being a bit more like unpredictable and dangerous compared to the old Bloodline, which was dangerous, sure, but this is like next level. Like, the young kids have taken over and there's no order, right? You don't know what's going to happen. Like they don't play by the old rules. It's that kind of situation they're trying to put out there. So
like mob.
Yeah, essentially, right? The mob had rules, the classic mob, and then you got the youngsters that come in and they're just unhinged.
Like,
and
fuck the rules.
Yeah, and everybody's scared to death. Like, dude, you look at these guys wrong and we're all gone. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I don't even want to look at these people, so that kind of situation. But I mean, I think that kind of, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. He was just saying Roman versus Solo.
Oh yeah, they're gonna build to that, and I think that also I think Paul Heyman is gonna get a better pop if he's gone, because it's kind of one of those situations, and it signals that Roman's coming back. How can you miss me if I don't go away? I think that's kind of the thing that's gonna happen with that. So I think that's.
What do you think? what do you think for a new wise man if they bring in somebody like Rikishi?
Oh, ooh, yeah, that would be good. I mean, I feel like it's got to be an actual bloodline family member to bring in. Now they could bring in. Well, no, that wouldn't work. That's not really legitimate enough. I was gonna say they could bring in the other brother, but I don't think that would really work. I don't because he's not really wrestling-esque. But yeah, definitely bring in Rikishi, and it
I'm
could be.
thinking Rikishi because remember he ran Undertaker over with the car, whatever. For the Rock. I did it for the Rock.
Hey, you know what? Actually, you know what? You just gave me an idea. You know that this is going to come down to the fact that The Rock was shadow leading this group.
Right,
Because that's going to be
Exactly.
the match between, Roman and Rock, right? When Roman gets the original bloodline together. Now, Rikishi can say the line and it's actually true. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. And it brings that all full circle. It will be hilarious.
Long term storytelling right there, baby.
And he'd be like, now you actually did it for me. Thank you.
Yes.
You didn't do it for me before, but you did it for me now. Dude, Triple H would do it because he loves that kind of stuff. He would totally do that just for the sake of tying it all together because he was involved anyway, right?
Yes.
So full circle, all the original members back together.
Yes, it'd be wonderful.
That'd be fine.
Right.
Hey, they planted the seeds 20-something years ago for the bloodline to get
That'd
together.
Be nuts. Just like we planned it, guys.
Yeah, Rockwell. Yeah, then he's gonna do the documentary. So we had this idea 20 years ago. It was just like, no, it's not the time. I got movies to do. But now, like,
we're gonna have children. We're gonna raise those children to be wrestlers. We're gonna.
So we had
children who be wrestlers,
and all the kids took over. And then, like, I had Simone, and then she took over NXT.
That's right.
It would be hilarious if they come out with a documentary for that. I would watch it. I would just see how they tie it all together.
That's it, man. All right, one of the big storylines coming out of Money in the Bank is John Cena says it's going to be his last ride here. So he's going to be retiring next year is what they're saying. WrestleMania is going to be his last one.
No,
I immediately thought, it's a work. But it's starting to look a little real, bro. What you think, brother?
I feel like, and I said this in when I sent you the message, I was like, the way that he made this sound and the way that he was working with the crowd, well, I don't want to use work, the way he was talking to everybody and especially the press, it feels like to me like he knows something we don't. Like he got some kind of like news about his physical condition, and it seems like he's already accepted it. Like he knew about this well in advance.
Okay.
So whatever it is, he's upset about it, but like it's not new to him. We just don't know what it is because he ain't said. But I mean, the way he said, literally, like I can't do this anymore, and he said, when I'm done, that's it. I'm never doing this again, and it's not one of those retirements that I'm coming back from. So I think he knows something we don't. But yeah, I mean, should we get a full year of Cena?
Man planned his own tour.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be. I think WrestleMania 41 tickets are going to probably be through the roof now more than ever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so I mean, it's going to sell that. It's going to sell SummerSlam. It's going to sell the Royal Rumble. It's going to sell Money in the Bank. It's going to sell those European pay-per-views, like the backlashes and all of them that they're going to probably have in Europe. It's going to sell all of them, and probably those Raws and SmackDowns that he gets dated for. Like, I mean, look, The Rock. He let everybody know ahead of time the shows he was going to be on, and those shows sold like crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I feel like Cena, he's gonna do that and pull houses like crazy for his retirement tour.
Yep. So being in Massachusetts, Will, how do you feel about John Cena walking away here?
That's our guy, man. It's gonna be tough. I was never the biggest Cena fan. I became more of a fan just watching, like when I wasn't even really watching wrestling. Just Cena's a good dude, man. He's a genuine guy. Oh, I don't know about genuine. He's a good guy. But
man, like all of the what Make a Wish.
Oh,
He
dude,
planned
you
it,
kill
bro.
me with
Like,
that, man. You used to kill me with that every time. I'd be like, "Come on, man!" Like everybody used to make wishes.
He's a funny dude, though. He's talented, though. So I look forward to seeing what he does after this. Yeah, Jake probably cried himself to sleep and didn't show up for the show because he was all hurt that he retired. He's like, it's the end of an era. Like, well, in a year, yeah. But I mean, enjoy it now.
The clock is winding down, man. Hey, look, Cena is a lot of people's Hogan, and
yeah,
he is.
Yeah,
and look, respect to them. For me, it was Rock and Sting and Austin and all them, but like for some that are younger than me, like that was their guy.
Yeah,
and so I can see this being like a big deal, like for a lot of people. And
that's what my guy Jay said. Like that's his Hogan, man. He said, I'm 28, man. That's my Hogan. So
respect to Cena, man. He's been doing this for a very long time, and he put in the work, man. He's about to put in a year's tour that most people would have just stopped at Mania, and he's going to go the whole year, man. So respect to that.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah,
legend for sure.
I still think, look, wrestlers are always looking for the bag, and so 5 years from now, WWE gonna call in. They will have the bag, and Cena gonna be like, that bag look nice.
Oh yeah, but also most retirements are for the comeback tour.
Yeah, it does sell it. It does sell it.
Yeah.
So we talking Crown Jewel 2029.
Yeah, exactly.
Absence
you know he's going to Saudi Arabia.
$1 million.
Yeah. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
You know he's going to Saudi Arabia with the Undertaker.
Oh,
you know it's gonna happen.
That'd be nuts.
Come on, man.
If he showed up American flagged out at
I
need that. I need that.
Can you imagine? Or Cena and Orton, Cena and Punk, because of Punk saying what he said on the press conference about he's going to be the one to pull him out of retirement again. Like he doesn't buy. Yeah, he doesn't buy the whole thing of him just going to be done. He made a joke about like being the one to bring him back to have a match down the road. Like if they don't have one now, like he was going to do that. So we'll see how it works. It would be interesting to see them at Crown Jewel of like 2028 or 2029, something like that.
They can wrestle on the top floor of the Burj Khalifa.
Man, that match would probably they'd pay a lot of money to see that, like to bring him out of retirement.
Oh sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
They'd love that, especially because like all like the billionaires over there, millionaires and billionaires, like that's the era that a lot of them were watching. Again, that's their Hogan, like we said. So yeah, they would love that. Come out of retirement, hell yeah. Who would you have him fight on that?
What'd you say?
Taker? Would you have him fight Taker on that or? Nah.
No,
I
think some new wrestler that needs to get over or whatever that can just take a 3-minute match and just be fine.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't think Taker's gonna be doing anything by then. Like
if
he doesn't have
Taker will come in and do a choke slam,
He ain't taking no bumps, but
he ain't taking no bumps. Yeah.
I don't blame him. He shouldn't. He should not.
Exactly.
He's done enough. Yeah.
I think if he has one more match since Sting is retired or his contract's up in AEW, they maybe could have they could do a tag match so they don't have to like try to carry each other in a match. Have like a tag match, maybe Taker and Kane versus Sting, and I don't know, get somebody else to be with Sting or something like that. Or well, if it ain't Kane, maybe someone younger. I guess Damian Priest and Taker versus Sting and someone else younger. I think that would work.
Have a younger,
yeah, like even Bo Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
That way it's still staying in the spooky realm.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I forgot to mention like it was no Wyatt 6 on the PLE today, man. So what are you doing with the Wyatt 6 on Raw Monday?
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, it's hard to say. The only problem with that, man, when you got this kind of storyline, and I think this is kind of the problems that we dealt with in 2023, like early 2023. It's so hard to book this kind of stuff because it's so fragile. And if you make a mistake or book yourself into a corner, it like the whole thing falls apart. So I'm not really sure what to do with it if it's not going to be handled with care. But the only problem is to keep that kind of level up that Bray Wyatt would have had with it, you've got to mingle with top guys. So who is available that's not a part of a storyline that you can make this kind of faction legitimate with? Can't be Judgment Day. They're about to fall apart and they're already busy. And that
I think Took got it with Seth.
I'm sorry.
Seth is not doing anything right now. So,
I mean,
I think Took got it right here.
Well, he's mad at Punk right now because he cost them the title. So they're about to have but I mean, sure, I guess they could attack Seth and, Uncle Howdy can have a feud with him. But again, ironically, that's the person where the Fiend fell apart with is Seth. So I don't know.
Oh, true. This is true.
It's you see what I'm saying? It's very fragile. I don't know how to book this thing where it stays where you can get the maximum out of it for a lengthy amount of time. Like it's always a short-lived kind of thing. And I mean, I think the best way to book it would have to be with like top tier talent. And it's hard to do that right now because everybody's hot, but everybody's kind of involved in something that you would need for legitimacy. I'll put it that way.
Did you get into the Fiend at all?
A little bit through the games. I was playing the games, and I kind of got into that character. To that.
Okay.
He was.
So his family, they've got like 65 people, whatever. They're taking over his. I guess like his powers or whatever, right?
Oh, fun.
And so like his family is they just ran over Raw like a couple weeks ago, laid everybody out and stuff like that. So we're looking to see when they're going to have something actually going on in the ring. So you definitely got to get somebody in the ring by now, right?
You said how many people they have?
They got about 5 people in the group.
Yeah, one you gotta wait on the 6th member, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean they gotta do something in the ring and have something. Otherwise, you really ain't gonna have any direction on it.
Right. Somebody's got to have a match eventually, and
I mean, Chad Gable came back to life. So yes. I mean, I don't know why that even happened. Like, I feel like they should have used somebody else. Because, I mean, it's a cool angle, but I'm like, when I saw Chad Gable, I'm just like,
I think they were afraid, bro. I think they were afraid. Like, no, he's not dead. He's not dead. Triple H is all on Pat McAfee. He's not dead. He's not dead.
I mean, keep in mind, they threw Rey Mysterio off the building, and he just like showed back up. I mean, they took his eye. It grew back. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is not well thought out, man. Like, that stuff was not well thought out. Like, Rey got thrown off a building and lost his eye within a matter of 2 years.
Yeah,
he was down bad. Like,
struggle bus. That's crazy.
Yes, WWE kicks out of death pretty often, bro. So,
yes, they do. No explanation. Just, I mean, Thanos snapped, and it's just nothing. Like nothing happened.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, man. All right, so let's wrap this thing up. Hey, Brendan, did you see Charlie Dempsey on TNA this week?
No.
He showed up on TNA. He messed up one of their matches or whatever. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be involved in a match pretty soon on TNA. So it's just good to see like the nice crossovers happening. Between TNA and NXT for sure. And NXT has a PLE tomorrow. Heatwave, I believe.
Yeah. The ECW SummerSlam kind of thing.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah. So what have y'all talked about what you thought about the crossover, like WWE working with TNA? What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, man, I think it's a breath of fresh air for sure. It's helping out TNA. I heard TNA got some more got a lot of new subscribers after the crossover happened. So yeah. Look, I love seeing the crossovers. I want to see a Worlds Collide. Let's get everybody in there. Let's fight it out. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
The main thing I hope that comes out of this for TNA 2, aside from like the subscribership going up, is that they get a major television deal again, since they have structure. And that would help them so much to get like on a network, even if it's like local. You know, it doesn't have to be cable. Just they need to get on a network, and I think that would help them out, because they're. I mean, you remember, Dale? We went to Slammiversary, the 20th anniversary. Great show, fantastic.
Coming up
show.
Again.
You know, they're solid, man. They just nobody can see them, right? They just need exposure.
Yep. Yeah, I saw Moose has a challenge out to Obafemi. So see how they're gonna work that in. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard hitting.
Yeah, for sure.
They should crossover more. We all know I love a good crossover. So I'm here.
Yeah, man. For real.
AI had the best one in the game.
Absolutely. That's my favorite player, too.
That's my favorite player. AI was my boy. I loved AI.
All heart.
Yep.
Yes, indeed, man. All right. Well, Will, listen, man. We hope that you continue watching wrestling. You know,
I'm gonna have to watch.
Come on over to the dark side here, man. And
I used to watch so much when I was younger, man. I was obsessed. I think I overdid it when I was younger, to the point where when I got like to a teenager, I was like, yeah, I'm just a baller now, and it was all sports after that. I kind of left the wrestling alone, but yeah, I'm kind of getting back into it. I'm glad I watched that ladder match, though. I know that definitely those are the type of matches I love the most, and I felt like for a little while there they kind of stopped doing those, or at least not on that level after the Hardy Boys for a little bit. But
that was hard to follow, man. The Hardys
you kind of almost had to leave it alone and then wait for like the next era to do it over again, because anybody who saw the Hardy Boys do that only wanted to see the Hardy Boys do that.
It's hard to follow. Hardys and the Dudleys and Edge and Christian with the
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So. Yeah.
Yep. Look, man, wrestling is that show you were watching as a kid that just happens to be on right now still, and it's still good. So
it's popping. It is popping now than in the last 15 years. That's for sure.
That's right, man.
I love the synergy with the games too. The games make you want to watch, and when you watch, you want to play the game. It's like just like with 2K or anything like that in the NBA. So yeah, it's fun, man. They're doing well. They're doing well. I do like, one of the things I like about coming back into the world is I immediately see, I'm like, oh, I remember this guy. They did this in the Attitude Era. I remember this.
Exactly.
And, it's always fun to see that.
Exactly.
See the next take, the next spin on it.
So that's proof that the bringing in casual viewers works with returning people. Like it's important to bring people back in. Yes, how you get exposure to new guys, like all the new talent stuff that you might have missed.
Yeah,
the
wrestling they're almost entirely selling nostalgia, and that's the drug that people love.
Yeah,
we do love it. So, all right, we're gonna wrap up the show here, and we will see y'all again next week. We will talk more wrestling. It's gonna be more stuff going on. Like I said, we got a pay-per-view coming on tomorrow, and we still hadn't really touched on more of the AEW stuff from this past weekend, but we will catch up with all of that this next week. So we will see you guys later. Peace out.
Nice to meet you too. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.